to Vlogmas Day 7! Today's video I'm going to share ghost stories. I'm going to share personal stories from my family members, and also I googled some short ghost stories online, whether they're real or not, the online ones. I'm just going to share them with you anyway, but I guarantee you the ones that I tell you have been true. And whether or not you believe in the paranormal, that's up to you. Paranormal is something that I've been interested in since I was like age 13, ever since I discovered the Ghost Hunter show, The Taps. I would throw in my interests and what I like and what I can give back for the viewers. Okay, so growing up, I grew up in a house that was green. So forever to me, it will be called the greenhouse. When I lived in the greenhouse, or when we went to the greenhouse, or remember that time, in the greenhouse. You hear me say greenhouse a lot. So for the first half, I'm going to talk about the personal stories and stuff like that, and then the next half I'll read some stories from online. So, from the greenhouse. I don't really have many memories of like paranormal things, I guess, but the stories I'm going to tell you right now are from what my mom has told me and also what my grandmother has told me. So when I was 3 years old, my mom gave birth to a little baby. Her name was Katie Jean, but she ended up passing away. So she'll forever be known as our angel and our guardian angel. So apparently when I was 3 years old, after she had passed, I was playing in the playroom, which is connected right off of our living room. I don't remember this. This is just what has been told to me. Both my mother and my grandmother have told me on separate occasions. So I was playing in the playroom, and they heard me talking to someone and playing with someone, and they asked me, who are you playing with, Brittany? And I guess I flat out said, I'm playing with Katie. And to this day, I always like wish, if I really was playing with Katie, like I wish I could have remembered that. But they say that children are more in tune to the paranormal and that kind of realm because children have innocence. And when you get older, you're not innocent anymore. That's what they say about that. But to this day, I wish that, like, if I did talk to Katie, why can't I talk to her now, kind of thing, you know what I mean? On other occasions, my mother has told me that one night, specifically, I was upstairs sleeping. I was probably 4 or 5 or whatever. I was upstairs sleeping. She put me down to go to sleep, blah, blah, blah. And a few moments later or whatever, she hears, like, footsteps. And she, like, yells at my dad, go get Brittany. Tell her to go back in bed. Well, apparently when my dad went back upstairs, I was sound asleep. So we don't know where those footsteps came from. So there's that. And then there was also, my mom says that this happened a lot, where she would be upstairs sleeping or whatnot, and she can hear footsteps like run back and forth from the living room to the dining room, and there was no one downstairs. When my grandmother used to live with us in that greenhouse, she said that she always felt like something touching her face, as if like trying to let them know that she's there. And my grandma always, thought that was Katie, and she always said it was Katie. And we always say that it was Katie because we like to believe that. Growing older, as I got interested in the paranormal, I've been to a couple of places to ghost hunt, and the most common one that most of you guys might know is Mansfield, Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio. I've been twice now. The first time was an amazing time. I didn't know what to expect. That was my first time ghost hunting ever. There was a lot of activity that night. And with Mansfield, from what I have been told, is it's the kind of place that kind of plays out a lot because they do ghost hunts a lot, and it's either a hit or miss whether you're going to get something. My first time there, we got a lot of activity. We were in the warden's quarters where the family lived, and we were in one of the bedrooms, and the friend that I was with, because there was 2 benches in that room, she was sitting on one bench facing the window, and I was on the other bench facing the door, so we were looking completely in opposite directions. I hear my friend in the back behind me starting an EVP session. She's asking questions and stuff like that, and she stops it and she listens to it back. So again, I'm just sitting there on my phone. Again, I don't remember what I was doing. Maybe I was on Facebook. And she asks something along the lines of, we're here just to talk, etc. And after that, you hear something say, get out. I drop my phone, I'm like, whoa, what was that? But it flat out says, get out. So we were, respectful, and we said, okay, we'll get out, we'll maybe come back later, etc. The cell blocks. If you stand at the bottom, and we're standing at the bottom, just looking up at all the cell blocks, and you can see all the tiers. I believe there's 6. A lot of times that night, we heard footsteps. And mind you, there were about 80 other people there with us. But we put 2 and 2 together that every time we heard something, we would always see a flashlight. So then we would indicate that was someone from the group. But a lot of times we would just look up or just stand there and listen, and you can just hear footsteps walking back. And they're distinct footsteps because it's all metal, So that was pretty cool. When I went the second time, which was this past March, we didn't get anything, but I did feel extreme anxiety the whole time. Like there was just something on my chest. I don't know what that was, but we didn't catch anything, we didn't hear anything, we didn't see anything, but I just felt that anxiety the whole time, and it went away once we got back to our hotel room. But someday I will go back. I really, really like Mansfield. I like the setting and the way that they have everything set up. Last month in November, I went to the Historical Society in Madison, Ohio. It was the old poorhouse from back in the day. At least I didn't hear anything, and I don't remember anything happening, but we didn't hear anything, we didn't see anything. But I did catch a cool photo, which I will put in right now. And that's really all I've ever investigated. I really have an interest to do more, but time and money and life and adulting gets in the way. But hopefully I can make another video soon about my personal experiences about ghost stories and the paranormal and all that fun stuff. Now I'm going to read you the ones that I found online, and I have not read these at all, so the reaction you get is my actual reaction because I don't know. So this came from hauntedrooms.co.uk, so it is a United Kingdom link, and they're short stories. So this one's called Nunchucks. When my daughter was 2, I found her twirling paper towel tubes tied with twine in the air. I asked her what she was doing. She said she was practicing her nunchucks. I was very confused as she'd had no way of knowing what they were. I asked her what she meant, and she said that Adam told her how to make them and showed her each night how to use them. She went on to say that Adam told her to practice because she may need to know how to defend herself someday. I also freaked out, but asked her what Adam looked like. She said he was tall, blonde, and had blue eyes. She said, "Mommy, you know how he looks. You know him. He died of a headache." I had to leave the room. You see, 4 months before she was born, my tall, blonde, blue-eyed martial arts pro friend had died of a brain aneurysm at the age of 27. Oh. She has not spoken of him since that day, so I'm not sure if I scared her with my reaction or if she had completed her lessons. That is so cute. The chair. When my sister Betsy and I were kids, our family lived for a while in a charming old farmhouse. We loved exploring its dusty corners and climbing the apple tree in the backyard, but our favorite thing was the ghost. We called her Mother because she seemed so kind and nurturing. Some mornings, Betsy and I would wake up, and on each of our nightstands we'd find a cup that hadn't been there the night before. Mother had left them there, worried that we'd get thirsty during the night. She just wanted to take care of us. Among the home's original furnishings was an antique chair which we kept against the back wall of the living room. Whenever we were preoccupied watching TV or playing a game, Mother would inch that chair forward across the room toward us. Sometimes she'd manage to move it all the way to the center of the room. We always felt sad putting it back against the wall. Mother just wanted to be near us. Years later, long after we'd move out, I found an old newspaper article about the farmhouse's original occupant, a widow. She'd murdered her 2 children by giving them a cup of poisoned milk before bed. Then she hung herself. The article included a photo of the farmhouse's living room with a woman's body hanging from a beam. Beneath her, knocked over, was that wooden chair placed exactly in the center of the room. Did it get colder in here, or is it just me? Okay, we're just gonna leave that one alone. The ghost at home. Last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening act at a local bar's music night. After a few drinks, I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table we were sitting at, the bar, the bathrooms, and after no luck, I used my friends to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered, gave out a low, raspy giggle, and hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave it up as a lost cause and headed home. I found my phone laying on my nightstand right where I left it. That's a little creepy. Super, super, super short ghost stories. Mommy, the man at the top of the stairs says you should leave. Well then, bye. I woke up to hear knocking on glass. At first I thought it was the window until I heard it come from the mirror again. So thanks for watching Vlogmas Day 7. I hope you liked yesterday's Vlogmas Day 6 video of me just basically lip singing to all the popular Queen songs. So I hope you watch that. If you haven't, go check it out. You know what to do. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And again, happy Vlogmas Day 7. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video.